Can I get a bourbon and Coke?
Coming right up. So, I'm not much of a bartender myself, but hopefully Barsys, this robot bartender, can fare better. That's what it's supposed to do. Automatically make cocktails on demand. So I brought it to an actual cocktail bar to see how it fares against a real bartender. Barsys costs just over $1,000. You can fit it with 5 different alcohols along the top, then 3 mixers into plastic containers on the side. And it makes drinks pretty quickly, though it will sometimes splash and drip. You supply the glass and some ice, and Barsys takes care of the rest, pouring out precise ingredients from its recipe database. And the result's probably better than what I could do. Here's your bourbon and Coke, sir. But now we're gonna give this thing a real test. We're gonna pit Barsys against an actual bartender. We're starting with something simple, a Boulevardier, which calls for rye whiskey, vermouth, and Campari. We also told our bartender, Brian, no garnishes, as Barsys can't add those on its own, and we're looking for an even blind taste test.
Okay. Okay. Well, I like this one because it tastes, there's more like complexity going on. It tastes smoother. And this one was a little kind of just flatter, like had a one-note kind of feel.
Oh, you were wrong, Brian.
I knew it. I knew it.
So Barsys actually won that round, but it was very close, and there were some mitigating factors that Brian will talk through later. But now we're gonna unleash our bartender and put no restrictions, let him make the signature cocktail he wants to make, and see if Barsys can keep up.
With the first test that we conducted there, we're dealing with 3 ingredients, equal parts. You know, everybody's palate's gonna be a little different. I don't know that our judge had the best palate today.
So we're gonna make a drink called a New York Sour, which Barsys doesn't have in its database. Fortunately, we can make a custom recipe using the app. The drink calls for sugar syrup, lemon juice, red wine, and bourbon. We'll put the ingredients here on the machine, and on the app we select to make a custom cocktail, and there we go. Take it away, Barsys. Something that's holding us back here is that we're limited to 3 mixers at a time, and these containers can leak.
Wow, I mean, right away there's no contest. I mean, look at the difference here. This one looks delicious and it's actually a full glass as opposed to this one, which is like a half of a drink. I would be upset if I got this at a bar, so this one looks a lot better, I have to say. I don't know. I mean, it tastes like half a drink. Very little sour and just kind of not so impressive. I'll try this one next. Here we go. Oh man, that's good. That is so much better. It is like rich and smooth and has so many different flavors going on, probably because there's more ingredients, I think. And the garnish adds some kind of smell once you actually get your nose in the glass. It's very good, very good.
You know, I'll tell you that I'm not worried about my job. It's very limited in what it can produce. It doesn't have a whole lot of options for multiple ingredients, different techniques. You know, the person that's gonna buy this is obviously has a lot of disposable income and loves cleaning up messes.
Barsys does a few things pretty well. You can search for recipes based on what you have. You can also search for what you want to make and see what ingredients you'll need to buy. Unfortunately, the app crashes and freezes frequently. It's supposed to save the volume of each container, but more often than not, that info is lost. Look, I get the appeal here, especially if you've got the money, you want to save yourself some effort on party night, but aside from the inherent limitations and the too expensive price, both the machine and the app need another round or 2 of polish. Plus, this thing's over $1,000, and you can do essentially the same thing with a shot glass for measuring and Google for recipes. Cheers.